up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Let us start by saying the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Let me tell you guys, man, look, there's a lot of stuff going on. Our country is in turmoil right now. And we don't talk about it like we want to talk about it tonight, okay? But I want to just let everybody know these are our views. Not to be mistaken with anybody else's views, but not telling people how to live their life or how to govern themselves, all right? But there's a lot of stuff going on, and I think we need to talk about it so we can have a concerted discussion about it so that we can at least maybe make each other a little bit better. I don't know.
Hey! Hey!
Yeah.
What's happening?
Man, we had talked about this after the show yesterday, but then something else happened. So I'm like, you know what? Let's talk about it, and let's bring my other brother on here. What's up, Mo?
What's up,
Mo,
man?
it's good to see you. I didn't think we would see you all week.
Well, we knew he had to come on this one, even though he's in the midst of
right.
Almost did tonight. Marianne said, "Get on," so she told me to get on. So.
Yeah, but condolences to you and your family, man. Tell Marianne our hearts are with you guys.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, now I had started sharing this post, and Facebook blocked me. All right,
what?
So y'all know.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah, I started sharing it, and Facebook started blocking.
Zuckerberg, come on, Zuckerberg.
Sucker.
And again, I'm saying, look, we always remain impartial, man. We don't take sides, all right? We only express
what we. There was nothing bad in there.
What we feel. I mean, because it's a controversy, I guess. I don't know. They didn't block the show. They just blocked me from sharing it.
Well, I think what happened is you might have went on that super share. When you do super shares like that, they start blocking you.
But I do super shares every single show, and today, for some reason, it's saying can't share. Stop. We're not gonna let
today,
you.
Mr. Negro. Not today.
Oh, you know what? That's that new thing he put in place. Mm-hmm. The if you say anything bad about Trump or anything he's doing, they will block it. That's something new Zuckerberg put in place. But
we're not here to say anything.
No, we're not. But
we're just here to express our opinions. Okay, that's what the show's about. Okay, we express ourselves.
Right, and to have our audience to express their feelings. You know, I think people want to talk about this.
Yeah,
most definitely, man. And we welcome you guys to chime in whenever you can. So the other day there was an exchange of words between the Ukrainian President Zelensky and Donald Trump, and his vice president. A lot of people said that it was good to see Trump stand up and protect our country in such a way and stand strong to what he believes in and what he thinks that the country believes in. A lot of people said that was the most embarrassing thing that they've ever seen a president do.
Yeah.
They said that the Ukraine president was disrespectful, and some say that our president and vice president were demeaning. You know, there's a lot of opinions out there, okay? And of course, it's divisive because there's this side that's, hey, go Trump. I'm glad you did what you did. And there's the other side saying, well, what are you doing? Then subsequent to that, Canada, I saw today, and Mexico now, because they're imposing tariffs, all right, which are going to hugely affect us, all right? And we've imposed the tariffs on them as well, which is going to hugely affect those people. And I listened to the Canadian Prime Minister, Trudeau, speak on it. He said, hey, we don't want to do this. We don't want to do this. But, you know, if they're going to do that to us, then we're going to do it to them. And now everybody's going to be affected. So, I mean, let's talk about it, guys. What's next? You know, can it get any worse?
I wouldn't say it so loud, bro. I wouldn't say it so loud.
I was getting ready to say that. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Don't say that too loud, because it can get real stupid. I mean, this comes from people that don't have any coof. You know, there's a way to tell people what you think and a way to get your point across without this. This other stuff. This I got to be Billy Badass. It is definitely a better way to get your point across. You know. And we got people in the house that think that they just got to beat people over the head with everything except for the right thing, you know.
So let me ask. Go ahead, man.
You funding all this other stuff, and you taking money out of schools. You forcing people to do charter. Shoot, Indiana's got a track record. I mean, they got a precedent of how that works. It don't freaking work. It turns into a public school that people paying for. What up, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what it turns into. And then it turns to a public school that can't nobody afford. At least it ain't it's not making the money to put it in there, because they'll subsidy for a while, and then they'll turn it around and say, well, you got to pay the difference between what it is now and what it was. And of course, 99.9% of the people, I'm sorry, not that big a percentage, probably 60% of people ain't gonna be able to do it. So that leaves you hanging out without education on your kids, unless you turn around and form another public school. It's a vicious circle. We done been through this circle again, where the rich found a way to fund their schoolings, and then to keep other folks out, made it so damn expensive that other folks couldn't afford to, regular folks couldn't afford to be in there. So we done been through this before.
So some might say, though, man, that the direction that President Trump is going, it's a roundabout direction, but it could be good for us in the long run.
I mean, again, like I said earlier, it's a way to do everything. The way he's doing it, where he's not getting any advice from people that makes sense. Forget that advice. Period.
I'm gonna say, fuck that.
Yeah. Advice, period, from anybody. He just or other than Musk, President Musk.
I agree. I agree with Mo. There are some things that he's putting in place that make sense. It's just the way he's going about it. Right. Why snatch away everything from the middle and low income to get there? Like, don't drag us in the mud to get where you want to get. You know what I'm saying?
That, and you sit up here and you do it under the guise of helping, other folks. And I know where most of that stuff was pointed toward us. But you done forgot, it's been more than 60 years since that stupid stuff that they did was affecting just us only. Now it's affecting a whole culture of people, a whole country of people. And that includes, black, white, everything, just because he thinks he's hurting folks like us. That's
and then a lot of people are saying, and he's saying the same thing, and a lot of people are saying this, it's going to take us hurting before we get better.
He told us, didn't he?
I don't want to hurt.
Yeah, I mean, but
I'm not liking the way things are now. And I'm gonna tell you, the fact that our allies are
getting kicked to the curb, you know.
We haven't seen this before.
I mean,
Our allies. What's your ally? Those are the countries
that's
that
your
say
buddy, that's your one.
That's your buddy, that's your friend. Would you go and punch your friend in the face?
Look, Trump's mind is in 1940s and 1930s. Okay, he thinks that the U.S. is what it was back then. You know, not the greatest country in the world. We are the greatest country in the world, but we didn't make it there doing this crap right here. You know.
He said he's doing
dumb, not dumb, but dumb.
You got TRUMP.
The Trump process.
You know.
Yeah. My guy Raj, he said, "What's up, Gray? The beard is on. Let it go." Where's Juan Carlos Murillo? I did tag Juan.
Come on
here, Juan.
I mean, and you know what? At this point, Juan will probably say, you know, he's doing a good job. He may not be going about it the right way, but in the end, and this is the argument a lot of people are gonna, in the end, it's going to benefit everyone.
Right.
When I'm not feeling that, though, I'm not feeling that in the end it's going to benefit me.
In the end,
I have a 15-year-old granddaughter that's been kicked off of Medicaid. When I have taxes that I'm paying out the butt, and the billionaires are paying hardly anything.
Right.
I don't feel like it's going to benefit me, you know. And I've never been afraid to fly. I'm afraid to get on a plane right now.
Yeah.
Because Elon Musk is dismantling our aerospace.
Get fired all the traffic controllers.
And he's putting in his Space Link or what's it called? Space Link.
Musk, Space Force.
I don't.
And they can't
don't use us as a trial and error.
Right.
You can't keep those spacecrafts that you're sending up in the air. You can't keep them up there.
You can't land.
Am I supposed to be confident you could keep a plane with me in it up there?
Last time they used one of Musk rockets, they had to leave the daggone astronauts up there on the daggone space station until they can get a rocket up there to get them back down. You know, it's just like this is an idiotic dream. I mean, it's like, what?
I said the same thing. It's like one of those movies we see on television. Armageddon or something.
Idiocracy. That was the funniest movie.
I generally try, you know, I wanted to have this conversation, and we can have it again because I'm quite sure something else is going to spark some interest, but I don't normally talk. That's why I'm sitting back and ain't saying too much, because I don't talk about stuff that I don't know. All right. So I hear you guys. But
you know what, bro? Everybody is trying to make it into Republican against Democrat. And in some cases, that is a fact. Some people are diehard Republicans. Some people are diehard Democrats. But there are some people that I don't even consider myself a liberal. I consider myself, I'm going to vote for what I feel is best for me and my family. You know what I'm saying? It's not whether they're Democrat or Republican. If a Republican got into office and they offered real truths, not just promises, real truths
what they said
that would help me and my family and the people grow, I would gladly vote for them. I don't care if they Republican, Democrat.
Right.
I would vote for them. It's not a party stand with me. It's
if they could do
who's going to be best for me and my family.
Exactly. And see, I tried to get a
okay. At this point, you know, you said it, Gene. It's not Republican or Democrat because he's in the office now. So now that's our president. That's our president. That's our leader. All right. We're supposed to, as best as we can, support our leader. Now that doesn't mean that we have to lay down and agree with everything that he says. Okay. We still have to protect our families, ourselves, our values. We still have to protect that. And if we disagree with that, then we need to speak up and say it. Okay. One person, two people aren't, it's not going to do. Let's look at some of the things that are going to be affected with these tariffs. Okay. So I pulled this up. All right. So you got Mexico, you got Canada and China. All right. Three big players in this game. All right. Look, if you go down the line, it says grocery items, vegetables, animal prep for cereals, food residue, animal feed, products of milling and flour. Let's go to toys. Now your kids can't play. You can't afford to buy the toys now. Zinc, wood, iron and steel, plastics, aluminum, glass. Now we can't build, I mean, we can still build, but you have to pay for it. You have to pay dearly for it. Astronomical prices. Oil and mineral fuels. Come on now. Furniture, automotive vehicles, and parts. So now you think it's something to fix cars now, to get parts for cars now? Oh, boy. And, they got them all in colors, too.
About 70% of them made in Mexico.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. You're looking at this chart here, and that orange that is Mexico, the red is Canada, and the green is China. So all of them at some points, and some of the commodities there are hugely affecting us. All right. This is going to be the new norm for us right now. This is going to be the new norm. Now, I did hear that they're saying that some of these tariffs may be lifted as early as this evening. All right. Don't know. Well, we got to hit
again.
Go ahead.
Again, it's the standard trump card, like Chris just mentioned. He throws it out there. If it's popular and it sticks, he'll leave it. But if it's not popular, it starts to stink, he'll pull it back.
Okay, so go ahead.
And again, you got to remember, the first thing Trump looks after is the approval of what he's doing. So what he does, if he does, and you praise him for it, the people do, he continues that. He continues that.
So let me ask you guys. You guys, did you see the press conference with Zelensky and
yes,
Trump? Tell me what you guys thought about that. Was Zelensky being unappreciative? Was Trump?
I don't think so, because I feel like he was being bullied. They kept on cutting him off. They wouldn't let him talk, and a lot of the newscasters are saying that he was disrespectful. They wouldn't even let the man talk. It was like, look, this is like I invite you into my home, and then I start attacking you in my home. You're gonna feel some, defensive, because you're in a foreign place that that you're not used to. He's in a whole different country. People are after him, and then you get in a room with two people attacking you like that.
Man,
no, it was very undiplomatic.
It was very undiplomatic, and it was very, to me, it seems like since we were helping these folks out, you already know he's humble because he's taking the money and taking the armament. Okay. He's already humbled that. He said that not 100. He said that ad nauseum with President Biden. Trump comes along, and both of them ain't backing down. He ain't backing down. He's a warrior. The dude is a warrior, and he ain't gonna back down. He's a gladiator. He don't give a damn who you are. Look, you the president of this country. I'm the president of my company, and I can't look weak on TV against you like Putin does. So or any other nation does. Trump ain't good unless you're kissing his booty, period.
Okay, speaking of kissing booty,
it was more like you need to kiss the ring.
Yeah.
Speaking of kissing booty and kissing rings, what did y'all think about Vance's comment?
Huh?
The vice president.
You need to go get him another bottle.
Yeah. Just go somewhere and drink some more liquor. They try to keep him out of the spotlight. He reminds me of the drunk son. It's like he's his little son. And he's like, my daddy said you did. He just jumped out and say.
I'm trying to tell you, he looks so out of place. He look out of place. He look like he trying to be a tough guy that's scared to be a tough guy, but he got his big brother there, so I'm gonna be a tough guy.
Scared of his own shadow.
So was there any value to what he said to Zelensky? What they said to Zelensky?
No. That he wasn't grateful. That he needed to thank them. He said it even there. He said, "I thank you so many times right here in this very room."
Yeah.
He said it.
Now here's my problem with all of that is that I don't know who baited who or why it happened that way, but it should not have been done on television like that. It should not have been public like that.
Well, did you hear Trump when he said this is going to make great television? What's his background? You know his
Yeah.
background.
Entertainment.
I just don't
Right.
think
Entertainment.
there's certain things that we need to know, and we would have known in a different way, as opposed to seeing. I think it was embarrassing for our country to do this. Okay, for me, I think it was embarrassing.
Yep.
I was not comfortable with that exchange. Me personally, I was not comfortable with that exchange. But we have to understand also that, again, this man is in power to protect our country. We have to try to figure out what he's thinking of as individuals. We can't go by what the Republicans are saying all the time, because they're all on his side. We have to have some type of a balance of thinking, a balance of reasoning, and I don't think that's going on right now, because the Democrats don't have too much to bargain with. All right, Rachel says that the truth is that we have the ability to supply ourselves with all of what we're importing, and what we can't, we don't need. We need to get uncomfortable to get what we really want. Trump is entertainment and all, if this is distracting us from what really matters. And I agree totally with that, all right? But again, it should not have been played out on television, to me.
Yeah, but you know what? This is just my opinion, and it's an opinion, and people could agree with it or not, but it's just my opinion. I just feel like Trump is only after the natural resources in Ukraine, no matter how he gets it. If he has to twist Zelensky's arm and step on his head, that's what he's going to do. I just feel like, because what they trying to get from that land over there is it's what they need for this AI stuff that they're trying to build. They need that lithium, that uranium. They need all of that stuff. If they can get a deal with Zelensky and get that over here, man, that's where they're going to save the money. That's where they're going to save the money, and that's where they're going to build their empire.
This is what I feel about it. Trump don't bit more want none of that stuff in those minerals. Bit more want that than man. What he wants to get that control of those minerals. You get control of minerals, you got control of the country. And who wants the country? Putin. All right.
Let's talk about Putin. So Putin's sitting back laughing.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's sitting back laughing,
yeah.
and I'm not sure who he's laughing at. Okay, but he's sitting back laughing.
You know who you're laughing at.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure, but
you know who you're laughing at.
Is Trump? Are his comments about Zelensky's comments, or the press's comments, I should say, about Trump? Do you all think those are valid comments?
Say that again.
The comments that the press is saying about how Trump is Putin's boy, basically, and everything he's doing, he's trying to make sure that Putin really wins whatever he's going to do. Do you all think that's a fair assessment?
I don't know. I wouldn't. I would love to see somebody deep dive into whether or not he's repaying Putin for helping him win the election. I just would like for somebody to deep dive.
Lord.
I'm not saying it's possible. Because I mean, he seems indebted to him for something.
It does. Well, he's indebted to a lot of people, and he's doing exactly what he said he's going to do for those people. Elon Musk pay. Look, he's a billionaire 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 times over. Okay, right. If not 200 times. What's it for him to skin off $2 billion to let him in for 90 days? Right. That's just a theory. I'm just saying. This dude got a lot of control for him to be a so-called citizen of the United States. And he's kicking U.S. citizens to the curb. You hear me? Federal U.S. employees. These are and civil servants. These are people. The only way they're supposed to be able to get fired is by act of Congress. He's not a member of Congress.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, that's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Unfettered access like that is only left for very few, very, very few. And you got to go through the channels to get to that power. He didn't do that. He paid for it.
Well, I believe they are bringing those workers back, and people are applauding that, but it's a short win, because what was illegal is the agency they use to fire the people.
Yeah.
And so if they bring them back and do it the correct way, they can do it. It's just the way the agency that they use is not authorized to do what they did.
Let's say it ain't real. All right. Let's keep it 100. It ain't real.
So they may bring them back, but I wouldn't celebrate it if I were them, because they can turn around and use the correct agency and still fire them.
And you got to remember that Trump does one thing very well. He fixes his own problem and calls them a success. So he created this crap. Now he's going to say, hey, chill out for me and let them come on back to work. And then say, I got you to go back to work. I got you to come on back to work, get your jobs back, get your pension back. Don't worry about it. We'll pay you back pay and all that stuff.
Well, let's read some of these comments. Rachel says the natural resources wouldn't be needed if they used Nikola Tesla inventions. Stephen says he wants control of where those minerals come from, but he has the power. Rachel says Putin is going to help Trump with what he has coming our way. We need to remember that all this is a magic trick. And Lewis says Canada, Mexico, and China are going to turn their back on America. Trump is not any good. Stephen says, praise me now. All right. But, that's the other thing. Where we, as the United States, was looked at as a superpower. All right. Now, Canada already said that they the love is gone. Trudeau said, why are friends fighting? We were friends. We were good with each other. Now we're fighting each other. Hopefully we can get this taken care of and stop fighting. But right now, friends are fighting, and it's not good. In Mexico.
Well, he spoke directly to Donald Trump. He called him Donald.
Yeah, he called him Donald. And he said, this isn't good. This is not good at all. And Putin sitting back and just saying, okay, I'm going to let this play out because now I got to. We were never friends with Russia. We were never friends with Russia. Russia was our.
But that weakens us. That weakens us by him alienating our allies. That weakens us. That weakens our security of our country.
And he's pulling all of the troops from Ukraine, the U.S. troops from Ukraine. So,
who backing him up now? The UK.
Yeah, the UK is backing him up, but they don't have the firepower that we have.
They don't. Yeah.
So
they don't.
That's going to be something else too. But let's go back to everything that we stand to suffer with. All right. Now we've already felt the pinch with these eggs.
Pinch? That's a grab. That's a punch.
That's a screw. That's a screw. They screwed us on these eggs, y'all.
Man,
I'm serious. I had $10. I was like, get the heck out of here.
Lewis said people better read the Bible. It's all of this is already happening. People better start looking at The Simpsons too, okay? Because all of this stuff was already played out on The Simpsons. For real.
That's so true. It was played out on The Simpsons. We better go watch those reruns so we know what's going to happen next.
Because it was a Trump presidency, a Trump kingdom, all that stuff.
Dude, The Simpsons and Family Guy. If y'all go back and watch that, you'll see all of this stuff. It's already and read the Bible. We joke about it, but you read the Bible, it's already played out. It's already been prophesied. So this stuff is just happening. It shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone what's going on, but it does because we got a new generation of people who just don't understand politics and social economics, and this is going to get real dicey, man. I think. There was another one that I pulled up here. Where how the tariffs are expected to push up inflation. Now, if you looked at the stock market, everything is down. The Dow Jones is down 600 something
1,200 something points for the week so far.
Dude, it's getting bad. Really.
Well, the thing about it is, people are withdrawing their cash and they're gonna turn around and dump it into gold. And gold prices are going to go straight through the roof like usual when a recession happens. I said the R word. They pull their money out of the stock market and put it into a precious metal. And the precious metal, and the only precious metal that seems like holds up anything is gold. So they leave it there until times get better. Or T-notes, treasury bonds and stuff like that. They put their money in that kind of stuff and just throw away from investing into the companies. So guess what's going to happen? When those investors don't get the return they used to getting at 10, they be getting some pretty damn good returns, 10, 14%, and now they go back to them ones and twos, like we was during the recessions, which is what usually happens. They pull it back. And this big correction has been needed to happen for a minute,
Yeah. Steve said trap, trick, and trade. Lewis said now they even talk about putting his ass on the $100 bill and trying to get it.
Yep.
Hey, wait, hold on. I got one for you. I got one for you.
That Bitcoin,
they were going to rename
Trump
my
coin.
airport. They were going to rename my airport here in Tennessee, Trump Airport. They got stopped. I was going to move. I was going to move. I'm out of here, y'all. Deuces. I mean, the world has went crazy. I mean,
yeah, he want to put himself up there on the Mount Everest.
Up there with the real presidents.
Wow.
Yeah.
What'd you say about the real president?
I'm just saying. I mean, I can sit up here and crack jokes about him all the time. I have a bunch of conservative friends that believe deeply in what this dude is doing, but they only listen to one source. They listen to one source, and that source is totally skewed. And you can't tell them any different. I mean, what they're doing is good for the country, even though they're hurting bad. But you go back to the Barack Obama days, and business people was able to buy something and then turn around and write it off. That shit came from Obama. They ain't come from no conservative. That's to get their businesses back to good. Them big old tax savings they had at the end of the year if they bought X amount or whatever, and that put the economy back in gear because they were buying stuff. But right, Steve.
Really think president. Wow.
My thing is, it's easy to be a bully. Again, Trump's done nothing ever hard in his life. Unfortunately, he's got a lot of people pulling strings to tell him what to do. And there's a lot of misnomers and a lot of stuff that they pulling out of context, untruths. They said something about a bill here, 3408, I think is what the bill number is. And what he's talking about, it was funding abortions, transgender operations, stuff like that. And it's not even putting one penny to that stuff, but they are, putting it out there. And what they're doing is they're doing that, they're saying that, and then they turn around and targeting the Republicans that are against the bill. Mm-hmm. So they try to get them out of office so they can get some of them folks in there that's just, this has a president. I mean, this has a big precedent to it. I mean, you think about us as folk, as our culture was almost eliminated. And so was the Native Americans that were almost eliminated because of lies and innuendos about the culture. Talking about that they was, that we had tails and, the Indians were savages. I mean, the Native Americans were savages. I mean, there's a precedent for all this stuff. When you start doing this stuff and people start believing it and not even listening, nothing on the outside. And, I listen to both sides very thoroughly. What I found out when I do that, when I listen to both sides very thoroughly, you can usually find the truth pretty quick,
Yeah.
So
you have to listen to both sides because you need to hear both sides to make an educated decision on what you do, who you vote for, and all of that. You can't just listen to one side and then say, "Oh yeah, I like this person," because you need to hear all of it. If you don't hear it all, then you're not making a good decision.
And I think that's what the problem
is over there in Knoxville. And and that story came out about them folks eating dogs and cats. Yes, they are, Maurice. They're eating dogs and cats. I said, no, they are not. That is not. They're not eating dogs and cats. And if they was, some cultures do eat dogs and cats, but them particular people did not. Well, that's what they said on XX News. I'm not gonna mention the name, but you know what I'm talking about.
That's the problem, though, man. That is the problem, Gina. You hit it right on the head. People and you're commenting on it as well. People are only looking at one side. Okay, again, he's the president to run the company. Okay, you got to listen to both sides. Okay,
that's right.
Because one side can say one thing, like you just said, Mo, and another side can say another thing, and then if we're smart enough, we got to discern what we feel is going to be best, again, for us, not necessarily that side or this side. You know, what's best for us.
Hello.
Who's talking about a damn $250 bill with his face on it? Y'all don't listen to both sides. Stop it. All right. What's up, Juan? Hope everything is good with you, man. You can come on if you want, bro. I sent you the link. But yeah, it's again, like we said at the beginning.
He said we don't listen to both sides.
There shouldn't be a division. I don't think he's talking about you guys per se. He's just talking about people in general. All right. But we have to understand that good, bad, or indifferent, the man was elected. The man is in the White House. Okay. So we have to trust that he's going to do the best thing for us. We don't have to agree with everything.
I trust in the Lord. I'm not trusting in him. I trust in the Lord.
That. I understand that. Okay.
That guy.
Okay, you can do that too. But understanding that, you know, you trusting in the Lord. Okay. But this is going on. I'm not saying anything.
It's part of his plan. It's part of his plan. This is this to me, and a lot of people have said it too. This to me is going to bring people together. It's going to force us to come together, and it's going to be a different type of Black Wall Street. It's not going to be the same like it was before, where we in one section of the world or one corner, and we have all of our businesses and things going on like that. We're going to be across the whole U.S. We're going to be everywhere. It's not going to be us just in the corner selling our vegetables and our fruits and our eggs and things like that.
But Gina, we ain't talking about like Wall Street. We talk or Black people in general. We talking about everybody, everyone. Yeah,
it is going to be everybody. If you notice, bro, it's not just Black people out there standing up for the rights of others. It's not just Black people out there. It's all nationalities out there. It's going to be the people down here in the lower and middle class that's going to come together and build us our own community where we buying from each other. They're forcing us to do this.
But what we're talking about today, and I understand, and you're absolutely right what you're saying, okay? Don't get me wrong, okay? But talking for the people today, everybody, all right? Not just us as Black people. Because right now, and Juan said the Lord put him in as president.
Yeah, that's part of his plan. It's part of his plan. But that plan, it's gonna play out. That's why I said I'm sitting back looking to see how this plays out and how it ends. You know, who knows if he's gonna be here for 4 years? We don't know that. We don't know what's gonna happen.
Hey, we don't know if we're gonna be here for 4 years. You know.
That's true. That's true.
But again, this man was elected, so we have to, you know, to your point, you know, and Juan's point, the Lord put him in as president, so we got to listen. We don't have to
I don't
agree.
have to listen to him.
We got to listen so that we can understand and ascertain how we're going to make our next move.
I don't listen to foolishness.
But you got to hear it. You got to hear it, Gina. I understand you don't listen to foolishness, but you got to hear it in order to
I'm not going to sit around and listen to nobody talking about people eating dogs and cats.
You're stuck on the dogs and cats, okay? Let's get off of that.
I'm not stuck on it. I'm saying it's a lot of foolishness that comes out of his mouth. And you know, I'm joking with you. But we do have to stand up. Somebody said we just need to roll over and let things happen. We don't have to do that.
It's not in our spirit to roll over, because if it was, this would be a monarchy. It would not be a democracy. He wants a monarchy because he wants to stay there forever and not have to pay for it, do work one day in his life.
And that was the next thing I was going to talk about.
Why should people, Black, red, brown, green, or yellow, sit back and let him do that? Why should we sit back and let him step all over our democracy? That's the problem. Again, people don't want to stand up.
Elected. He's been elected.
Okay,
now.
he's been and
so our voice, and like you just said, I agree with you. Our voices can make a difference, but we need a lot of these voices to make a difference. It's not going to be just this show. It has to be a lot of people together.
And it's a lot of people out there, bro.
Mandating that
it's a lot of people out there. It's a lot of people out there.
A lot of people agree.
It's people out there that have voted for him that are out there protesting.
Yeah.
Okay,
there's a lot of people out. It's not just us.
There's a lot of people that believe in what he's
though. And I'm trying to see both sides here. There's also some people that are Democrats that are now supporting what he's doing. Okay, hoping that once this happens and we run through this bad moment, that it's going to be great afterwards.
That's what they said about civil.
I think you're going to see a different tonight when. I don't think you're going to be right about that, bro.
That's what they said about slavery too.
I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. I'm saying what I've heard. This is not my opinion. That's the opinion of some people, you know. So, you know, again, views are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live, but not necessarily views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. All right. I am only sharing. Go ahead, Mo.
The precedent to all this is that black stain on our country's history, and that's slavery. And again, this dude don't know what time of the year it is. He think it's 1940, he think it's 1930. And there's a lot of people, females and blacks, are not going to stand for this shit. They just not. Not to mention, it ain't none of his business. Ain't none of his business at all of what other people do. And that there is the problem. You know, you got somebody trying to just throw a blanket over everybody and say, this is all the way we should act, like some stepwise crap. No. We don't do that.
Well, Lewis said with him in office is never going to be right. That's because it's left. I hear you though, Lewis. But we do have to keep, and Gina's going to dispute this as well. We do have to keep an open mind about it. All right.
I mean,
I agree with that. You do have to have an open mind, but you don't have to sit down and get walked all over. That's what I'm saying.
You ought to be able to call him on his BS.
Mind.
You ought to be able to call him on his BS without getting called all kind of niggas and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
It's nothing wrong with fact checking. It's nothing wrong with coming out with the truth. Give us the truth.
What's wrong with that?
So you guys think that, and I'm just asking a question. I'm not saying my opinion. You guys think that, well, let's put it like this. The majority of the stuff that, the conversation that Trump comes out of his mouth, Mo, what percentage of that do you believe?
Very little of it, unless it's got something to do with, the truth. I mean, the truth is stuff that he just seemed like he just kind of bend it the way he wanted to sound. You know what I mean? It's not based on anything. A lot of the stuff that he says, I mean, the shows have got tired of fact checking this dude. They don't even fact check him no more. They just said that's wrong.
Well, he's trying to put a stop to the fact checking. Look at Zuckerberg. Yeah. Why you gonna stop the fact checking on Facebook? Because you falling into, fact checking? That's crazy. I think they owe people that.
Yeah, and see, the thing about it is they don't. That right there, when you start attacking people that are trying to correct you, already tells me that you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You know, a lot of people talking about how good it is to kick all these folks out the country, and then they turn around and say how good it is, for us to not, have to cow down to we ain't cowing down to nobody. If we decide to help somebody, we help them. If we don't, we don't, period. All that other drama that come back behind it is unnecessary. That drama that happened in the White House is totally unnecessary. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. This man has not a bit of coof.
Again, I did.
You know what? It's some things that I can go back and look at and see why Trump wants to do some things that he's doing. I still feel like he's going about it the wrong way. I think we gave a lot of money to Ukraine when we have a lot of people here who could have benefited off some of those funds. But they allocate so much money in the government. They allocate so much money for this, so much for that. So a lot of people say, well, we could have used that money to feed, house the homeless, feed, those who need food. But that money isn't allocated for that. It's allocated for the military. So you can't just take money out of this fund and just put it there. It doesn't work like that.
Sure.
But I do think it was a lot of money spent on Ukraine during the last 4 years. I do believe that. I think it was, you know.
There was a lot of eye-popping cash going out. I mean, a lot of people going like, what the hell? You know,
Yeah.
And you know, I can't go out and say, okay, if I want to refinance, not borrow the money, not take the money or get well, I want to go borrow some money to go do something. You know, let me borrow $1 million. You know what I mean?
So do you guys feel that Biden had it wrong? And Juan said it was $350 billion. I knew it was somewhere up there, Juan. Thank you for that.
Yeah, that's a big
$350 billion we gave to
another country
that we could have used, like you said, Jay, we could have used here. So that's on Biden. That's not on.
Hey, wait a minute. I got one for you. What about reparations for a mug? You know what I mean?
We'll never get that. And somebody said, what did they call it?
Cadillac stock could go straight through the roof anyway.
Look, hey, well, there you go. It's back. It's back.
But you know, it's crazy that every other ethnicity received reparations for the harm that they were done, and we never have. I believe we should have gotten some, or not us per se, but even our ancestors. They should have got something for what was done to.
It was a lot of
what was done to Black people back then, and folks want to say, "Oh, y'all need to stop crying about this and cry," but that's history. It happened, just like it happened to the Jews. You know, just like it happened.
I said, I had a conservative friend. He said, "Why is it always got to be
I'm sorry,
about
I didn't
race?"
mean to use that term, Jews. I meant Jewish.
Why is it always got to be about
that's
race?
That's not a good term to use.
I said, why is it got to be about race without y'all, about us, about y'all? Y'all the one to raise this stuff up. If the things had happened back in the slavery days that happened, this conversation wouldn't be happening. If you'd have done the right thing, period. You know.
So let me ask. Biden was the softer, let's be friends, let's help type of president, and we didn't.
We didn't want Biden.
We don't really. I'm just saying we didn't really get too much satisfaction out of that.
We voted for Biden because we didn't want Trump. We wanted Trump worse than we wanted Biden.
So let's see, that brings up a whole other conversation.
That's a whole other.
Nobody could say we wanted Biden because we knew he was the best president we could have ever had. We chose the worst of the two. We chose the best of the worst.
So how do we what Trump could have done last term?
Because he went 4 years. We saw what he was doing.
But again, with that 4 years that he had, let's keep it 100, okay? We attacked him immediately, and he was more on the defensive as opposed to let me, you talking about him all the time.
He should have been on defense. He was doing some illegal stuff. He was doing illegal stuff.
What illegal
stuff? That's I don't care what nobody say. You could say he didn't do anything illegal, that they railroaded him, but there is illegal stuff he did.
I can't speak on that. I don't know. I don't know what he did illegal. I don't know what he did.
He had 32 counts.
34.
He had 32 counts. 30 what counts? 30 some counts. That wasn't made up.
I didn't even watch all of that, but understanding, he's a felon, right? He's in the
and all the other felons trying to come back. Cuomo trying to come back. He like, if a felon can get in the presidency, I can come back and be a mayor.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you hear that BS today? That they're gonna let old boy that killed George out of jail?
Yeah, they pushing for Trump to give him a
to be released. Are you kidding me?
Want to ask you a question?
Yeah, boy, I don't know about that one. You better sit down and think about that one.
What do you say?
What was he doing without looking at the computer, Gina, as president? What was he doing without looking at the computer?
Biden Trump. Or of Trump?
What was who doing?
I think he's talking about Trump.
I don't understand the question.
Well, you just need to know.
I don't understand this question.
Well, you made a statement about he did this and he did that. It was legal stuff with Trump. He did all of that illegal stuff.
Is he asking what the illegal stuff was?
I think that's what he's asking. Yes.
Well, he had sexual charges against him. That wasn't made up. That, along with what he did January 6th.
He don't believe
president.
I mean,
he don't believe none of that. Juan don't believe any of that.
He pardoned all of those people. So he pardoned every one of those people, even the ones who attacked police officers
and killed folks. Okay, there's some idiocracy going on, man. Stupid shit.
Lewis said he's a damn felon. He shouldn't even be able to be on the ticket to run for president.
Thank you.
They convicted him as a
it's
felon.
Here now, so he's president. So
and so
we don't have to sit down and take what he hands out.
No, I didn't say that.
We don't have to sit down and wait and watch him just step all over the Constitution. We don't have to sit back and do that. Even if he is president, we are the people. We put those presidents in. We put all of them in place. We have a say. He can't get in office and then just disregard us as people.
Okay.
People voted for him. They have a certain expectation of him to look out for the people. That's what he should be doing.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't have to sit back and just take anything. We don't have to do that.
We don't. I mean, you're absolutely right, because we are here. We're he's supposed to uphold the Constitution for us, and that's one thing that we expect of the president. Faye said, falsifying business records, mishandling of national security documents, attempting to overturn the election, and racketeering. Dan Sisler says, how about the summer of love? No one is in prison for destroying billions in business and hurting law enforcement. Let's go. The summer of love. What's going on, Dan?
Hey, Dan.
This is a conversation that I'm quite sure will build, because more things are going to come forth. More things are going to happen. The president's address is coming up in a few minutes, so I'm quite sure some other things are going to be said. So let's just keep our minds open. Let's hear everything so that we can make a concerted decision about how we're going to govern ourselves after and during the things that are going to happen. Okay, there's no arguments here and there. Okay, we just want to make sure that we're putting ourselves in a great place for us, our families, and the people around us. All right, everyone's afraid. We're all afraid. Juan says he's about to bring peace to Ukraine.
Yeah, so him and Musk can get the lithium and the uranium and the titanium, and they're gonna have all the
Dan said Harris even.
They're gonna build a big resort on top of that wood, call it Trump.
Harris even
I'm telling you,
to get people out.
Look. If y'all don't believe that Musk is in the background trying to get all of those minerals to get this AI stuff going, just watch. Just watch. Musk is gonna control all of this AI. Why do you think he's privy to all of our personal information, our health information, our bank records? People keep talking about he's trying to take our money. I don't believe that. I believe what he's going to do is plug all of our information into his AI system that he's building. And we are going to have to do everything through AI, whether it's banking, shopping, buying vehicles, whatever it is, we're going to have to do it through AI. And it's going to be one AI system that's tied to Musk, Elon Musk. Just watch and see.
You know what? I'm going to invite Dan. Juan is a little ill, so he couldn't come on. Juan to come on. I'm going to invite Faye to come on. You two to come on. I'm quite sure Chris will come on. We're going to have a whole panel. And we got to talk about this and hear both sides. We got to hear both sides. And we got. I don't
know who happy that Musk is standing up in that Oval Office with his son putting boogers on the desk. Y'all okay with that? I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all okay with that? Okay.
I'm doing this show in a tired moment. Okay. Juan said, do some homework, y'all. Yeah, before we come, Juan, you got to come back, okay? Dan Sismon invites you to come on as well. Let's all do some homework, and we'll be able
I done my homework.
We'll be
I
able
done
to
my
agree.
homework.
We'll be able to agree and disagree.
I never
Juan
liked
said
Musk. You're wrong
Democrat.
about that. Don't say everyone. Musk has always been for himself. I never drive one of the Teslas.
Everybody but Gina like Musk. Okay, but no, I didn't know.
I don't know where he's getting that from. I mean, maybe there's a lot of people that like Musk. If they like Trump, they like Musk because they're okay with him standing over his shoulder, telling him what to do.
Dan says
and people are okay with him going into their personal information. I'm not. I'm already talking to someone to see if I can get a class action suit.
Democrats did face. I stay ready. We'll see if Elon Musk is going to be a part of this press conference too. All right, if he's going to be sitting right there with.
They're not going to let him in there. Nah.
Who?
Nah, he's not privy to that because he is not a government official. He's not a government official.
Okay, now if he's in there, if he's in there, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna think?
Then I'll say I'm wrong. And I will still say he should not be privy to the things he's privy to. He is not a government official. We did not vote him in. They voted for Trump and the promises Trump made, not the promises and the things that Elon Musk is doing. No one ever said that in their campaign trail. They never said Elon Musk is going to do all of these things. He's going to run this. We're going to bring him in for that. No, they can't even say who's running the dog, who is over dog. They can't even say that.
I'm gonna ask Elon to come on the show. I'm gonna ask him. I wonder if he'll come.
But I don't see Trump. I don't see Trump. I don't see Donald Trump questioning Elon Musk's citizenship. He's not from the U.S.
Hey, I did some research on Musk though, man. That dude was smart, man. He been an entrepreneur.
His family was rich, and his family was rich in Africa.
Well, but they didn't give him money. They didn't give him the money. He had to earn his money. He did.
He's a true African American.
They took all of them receipts off of there. Go back on that website. That he done backed out of all of that stuff he said he found. He go on his website, Juan.
Well, they had to.
He's already taken a lot of that stuff down that he claimed he found.
80% of it's gone.
Go back on there.
Yeah.
Don't tell me I don't do my research.
We're not here to argue. We're here to just have a concerted.
I'm commenting on what he said. The views that expressed on this stuff. I'm just counteracting what he said. He said, research, I research. And Musk
Dan, you're gonna come on the show, right?
Information down where he said he got receipts.
You're gonna come on the show, right? Juan, when I invite you,
bring those receipts, Juan.
You're gonna come on the show, okay? Faye, when I invite you, you're gonna come on the show. We all gonna talk. We're gonna have a great time sharing ideas, sharing ideologies, I should say, and not debating, but having a conversation about our differences of opinion and when it comes to this White House presidency and tariffs and all of this stuff. All right. I'm going to come talk to y'all about tariffs also. Educators, we want to know. He's going to take those
tariffs back tonight, Juan. Watch and see. He's going to back off of that too.
This is always, Gina and I talked about this after the show yesterday. We said we weren't going to talk about it because we want to. She said, make sure Juan come to the show. Okay. We got to have him on here, though, okay? Dan says, so do any one of you know whether where all of our tax dollars go? Lots of corruption. I have no idea.
They stripping all of us through taxes. We shouldn't be paying taxes like we are. We paying taxes on things that's already paid for.
So maybe Trump would get them down too, right? Mo, I love your fire, dude. I know because Mo and Gina, they do some research, but Mo already got it in them. Okay. Rachel says, join me Wednesdays, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. CST for inspiration and self-growth on the Wake Up CEO radio show hosted by Rachel Garrett. She said,
and
y'all
she'll
shut
be
the
here
hell up
Thursday.
She said, shut the hell up. Mo, let's get out of here.
Look, family. I'm gonna tell you like I told my partner. He He's not the dude, to do all and actually do it all well. It's very few presidents have done it well, whether they're Democrat or Republican. And like Gina said earlier, I don't give a damn if you're Democrat. I don't give a damn if you're Republican. But the problem is that you got to remember that those two are that R and that D has been made to split us up and divide us. RD and I, whatever little clique you want to join with. It's just like, they're always talking about gangs. Same thing, except they ain't running and killing. They're not killing and running and doing it in front of your face. They're doing it by law.
Political stance.
Yeah, in laws and political stance. So it's the same thing, same game. If you divide us, you conquer us. What we got to figure out is how we get to this neutral spot where it's right. No Democrat, no Republican, where it's right. Pretty simple.
Gina?
Yep, I agree with Mo. We can't lean on politicians. It's the old saying, politicians are good liars.
Yeah.
We can't lean on politicians. We have to lean on our own beliefs and what we stand for and what we believe in. Right. We have to lean on God and the Bible and know that, Trump is in office for a reason, because this is part of God's plan. It could be a plan to wake us up, shake us, and say, hey, get things right. Stand up, do what you're supposed to be doing. Start your own game, start your own, company, whatever it is. It's in God's plan. And whatever that plan is, it's going to play out whether, we see what it is or not. So I just say, don't stress about what's happening. Keep your eyes and ears open, true enough. Get all the facts, listen to both sides, and do what's right and what's going to be right and what's going to be the best for you and your family. Don't lean on somebody to do it for you.
Hey, Steve, Lewis, Juan, Bobby, Dan, I need you all to come back for the show, man. We want to have a great discussion about this. Dan says maybe it's a start to the good, Gina. We never know, okay? But we do have to keep our eyes open, our ears open. And again, let's agree to disagree. But we all, at some point, going to have to come together, okay? Maybe this can be the start of healing that wound, sealing that gap. But you never know, okay? But we have to be able to talk to one another to get this out, to get this at least solved. We're never going to solve it, but at least get it to a point where we all can live peacefully, and it'll be good for us and our families. You know what I'm saying?
But when you meet someone, bro, you're not. As long as they're cordial, each of you are cordial. You never hold anything against that person until you find out, oh, they're a Democrat or they're a Republican, or they voted for this person, oh, they voted. That's when this rift comes in. But when you meet someone and you just having a conversation with them, you don't think about who they voted for. You just look at them as a person.
I remember going through sales.
How do y'all get 2 or 3 champs to do the ending? I don't get it.
Because we do it.
Over the last month, what Gina was talking about.
Go ahead.
I remember going through training in Texas, and they say the worst thing you can talk about is politics and sports when you try to sell something.
And religion.
And religion.
Yeah, and religion. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right, y'all, let's get out of here. Okay, I ain't got nothing else to say. And Dan says that's right, Gina. And to get a that's right, Gina from Dan is that's amazing. Okay. Anyway, it's Dope Living TV Live. We'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Peace out.
All right.